Hello, Pranutan. How are you?
Hi, Mahima. I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. You look really pretty. I mean, it's like you're glowing.
Thank you. It's the release glow.
Okay, so now, as you know, everybody has loved the trailer, but we really want to know what your father, actor Manish Bahl, thought of it. Like, thought of your performance in the trailer.
He loved the trailer. He was laughing throughout, and he really liked my work. He said that after seeing you in Notebook, I love that you're doing something so contrasting, and you've got the comic timing so well. So he's very happy for me. He's very excited about helping.
Especially the dialogue of Churan. It's taken the internet by storm. Everybody's like, laughed at it, and now they're all like making reels and everything on it on Instagram. So that's also really good.
Yeah. I remember when we were shooting that, I always knew that was the dialogue in the script, when I read it. And but when we were shooting it, हम इतना हंसे हैं, जान के भी that that is the dialogue, especially looking at Apar's face next to me here and me saying this to him like that, being angry. We both used to burst out laughing. So many times the shot was cut because he used to start smiling at me, and then sometimes I used to start laughing. But yeah, I love that dialogue. I think it's amazing. It's come across very well.
I think it's left fans more intrigued to see you in the film. I mean, especially after that dialogue. So tell us something about your character, Rupali.
Well, Rupali is a very muffat girl, a complete desi phataka, a very dominating girlfriend. बहुत जिद्दी है, but at the same time, she wears her heart on her sleeve. She loves unabashedly. She's madly in love with Lucky, and she has no problems in expressing it. So yeah, ladly bachchi hai.
Okay, so now this is your second film, and we last saw you in 2019. So as an actor who is just starting out, do you think you took a really big risk by taking up a movie with such an unconventional topic around it? Were you apprehensive about it?
No, not at all. I mean, as an artist or maybe even as a person, I love doing things which are completely out of the box. I don't like tying myself up in formulas and putting myself in boxes, because I don't think creativity flourishes there. And I've always gone with my gut. Even Notebook is a very unique film, especially for your debut. But generally, also the script was so unique. Two people who've never met each other falling in love. Then Helmet is about condoms. So no, honestly, I never viewed it as a risk. But I understand what you're trying to say. It could be perceived as that. But no, I've just been so excited about these films, and I've been like, wow, I want to be a part of this world. So no, I didn't view it as a risk. But every film is a risk. Whether you, as an actor, every film is a risk. You never know what works. You just can't say. You just have to, I think, go with your gut.
So now coming to your co-star, Aparshakti Khurana, how would you describe his character Lucky as?
An absolute chichora. But a very, very sweet boy, a very good boyfriend, I must say. Somebody who is madly in love with Rupali and would go to any lengths to, to make her happy. So yeah, he's an absolute Gali ka nikamma in the film,
Gali ka nikamma, loving it.
Yeah.
Okay, so how was your experience of working with Aparshakti Khurana?
Amazing. We're both Punjabis. We both bond on Punjabi food and Punjabi music. I remember in Banaras, we used to work out on all Punjabi songs. So we used to have a lot of fun. We used to eat so much. हम इतना खाते थे. He is a brilliant person. Actor तो अच्छे हैं ही, सबको पता है. लेकिन he's an amazing person. He's so warm. Every day he used to encourage me. Every day he used to, his belief in me was so much. It was so heartwarming to see that in a co-actor, that, when your team, when somebody you're working with believes in you so much, आपकी motivation इतनी बढ़ जाती है, So he's wonderful. He's wonderful.
That's really sweet. So, how's the onset experience? Was it awkward shooting some of the scenes? Because this is a topic not many people are comfortable talking about. I mean, some
Yeah,
people tend to get very uncomfortable and even think of
yeah,
it as a taboo subject, while it is actually
yeah,
the most
yeah.
important thing that we should be discussing. So, was it a
Hmm.
little awkward for you on set? For any of you?
No, not at all. I mean, I'm pretty sure I speak on behalf of everybody, but I never felt awkward about it because I was so invested in what we are trying to say and what the film is really about that I never felt that any jijak or any hesitation in saying all that because we knew exactly what we are trying to convey. And at the same time, we knew what boundaries we had to maintain. The humor, again, is something that you can watch and you should watch with family. Even in the humorous dialogues, we've not crossed that line, which becomes a little like family के सामने कैसे देखें वो कभी आपको लगेगा ही नहीं because it is a family film and it's a film that you not only can watch with your family, you should watch with your family because it's very funny also. It's very funny and it has an amazing social message, keeping you entertained.
Even when we saw the trailer, there was nothing vulgar about it. I mean, it was all shot very gracefully in a way that we can watch it with
Yeah,
the family. But there are still, there are some people on the internet who are always like out for
yeah,
trolling. So even under the
yeah.
comment section of the trailer, they have mentioned that this is supposed to be a family film. How do you expect us to watch this with the family? What is your message to them?
Don't jump to conclusions because even in the trailer, as you said, we haven't even displayed, I would say, an iota of vulgarity. So I think that in itself should be an answer to those people who think that way. And y'all are exactly the kind of people who create taboos in buying content. So please stop it. Stop this judgment. All the time, judgment and opinions and preconceived notions. Picture to dekh lo.
Okay, so Pranutan, this is like we are going to see you on screen after 2 long years because of the pandemic, the stupid pandemic. And I just want to ask you, it is believed that in Bollywood, out of sight means out of mind. And I mean, it's been a while since we last saw you. We are very excited about seeing you again. But do you think
Yeah.
that the pandemic was like a cause of concern career-wise for you?
Yes, definitely. Definitely. It was a cause of concern for everybody career wise, whether you are in any profession, I think. But as you said, more so in ours, it's very important to stay relevant with good work. But at the same time, I think we all know, world over, we know that films could not release. Films could not happen because of the pandemic. So somewhere, even though a lot of us have been not coming up with releases, there's a very valid reason to it, which is the pandemic. So I mean, even other people, other actors who are way into their careers, even their films have not come up. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, the audience knows why it's not happened. So still, I would say I was very blessed that I signed on Helmet before the pandemic because it's even more difficult now to be out there, and projects are also coming together way more slowly than they were pre 2020.
Great.
So
Okay, so now your movie is releasing on a digital platform, and it's very exciting for the audiences because now they can watch it from the comfort of their homes. They don't have to like go out and watch it in theaters because even till now there are many out there, even after vaccination, who are not up for taking the risk. But I want to
yeah.
ask you, as an actor, were you disappointed when you learned that this movie is not going to release on the big screen?
No, keeping in mind the current scenario, I was not disappointed because I think it's very important for an audience to watch my work, to watch the film. And if this is the way that it's going to reach to them, and this is the only available option, then so be it. Because I think as an industry, as human beings also, we need to adapt to the changing circumstances. You cannot expect and as we've seen, you cannot expect theaters to start functioning overnight. It's not going to happen. It's going to take time. It's going to take time for the government also to formulate a safe method for people to actually go into the cinema halls. So no, I was not disappointed. I'm also very excited and happy about the way Z is handling the entire helmet campaign. They are so excited. They're so with us. And I'm happy because I feel there's too much uncertainty attached to cinemas, unfortunately. And we need to let go of that and, move on. We can't be stuck to a concept against all uh, wise advice. It doesn't make sense.
That's a very fresh perspective, I feel.
Yeah, but it's true, no? Because films also lose their luster. Money is also lying of people. Actors want their work to be out there. So why not? Why not? And if this is how people are viewing movies and shows and series, then अभी यही है ना option, तो वो करेंगे ना, देखेंगे ना अगर film अच्छी लगी रहे. Like what happened with Scam? People kept watching it because of word of mouth, and that was the only way to watch an entertaining show, OTT. Putting it on your television and watching it with Patal Lok also. So yeah.
Great. Okay, so before your debut film, you were studying law for 5 long years. So I really want to ask you, when did you decide that from a lawyer you want to become an actress now? When did that happen?
No, I always wanted to be an actor. Ever since I was a little girl, I always wanted to be an actor, but I didn't want it to be at the cost of my education, or I didn't want it to be like, oh yeah, I'm just getting a degree for the sake of it, but it's fine. I just have to pass. I've not been like that. I've always been a very hardworking student, very conscientious. So, I just got into law college. I was hardly 17, and I took to it. I was really good at it. I worked a lot. I did a lot of internships, but somewhere I always knew that I don't see myself doing that lifelong because my passion was always cinema and acting. So I remember the 8 months before I graduated, I told my dad that now I've worked enough. I've done a lot of law, but my calling is still acting, and I want to pursue that full time.
It's wonderful how your entire family also supported you.
Yeah, definitely. In fact, my mom and dad were very particular about, concentrating on your studies, because I think when you're 17, 18, 19, 20, your focus should be getting a well-rounded education. Auditions can happen at 22 also. The world will not fall apart. It's okay. In fact, you're more confident. You're more aware of your surroundings. So I don't believe in putting your education on the back burner for anything.
I hope everybody listening understands that. Please, please, please focus on your education first.
Yeah. It'll help you. Now it might seem like a task, but it really helps you. It shapes you as a person.
Okay, so you learned about your first audition. You learned about the first project from Salman Khan, it is said. And you auditioned for it. It was a very long audition. It took a lot of hours. And you got the project because of your sheer talent. But it is still believed, again, coming back to the trolls, they still believe that you got your first project because of nepotism and Salman Khan and whatnot. Yeah. How do you deal with such negative comments?
I don't. It doesn't matter to me what they say. They're sitting behind the anonymity of their laptop screens, and I just feel bad for them. They must be not sleeping very well at night. So no, I really don't give it any kind of attention. It doesn't deserve it. And secondly, I know what my journey has been. I know that I was auditioning 2.5 years before I bagged Notebook. Notebook was another audition for me. I know how many casting offices I have gone to, stood in lines, given introduction videos with the placard, with my name, age, phone number written, without mentioning to anybody that I belong to a film family. So I'm not going to let a bunch of useless people take away my hard work. That's not going to happen. I can't let it affect what I have worked hard for.
I really like your attitude, like that, chalo chalo aage badho, you're not even important wala attitude.
But they're not. They're really not, Mahima. I feel what's important is your family, your friends, and your work. That these are the 3 most important things in your life, and you have to prioritize that. And there'll be thousands of naysayers, whether you're a public figure or not. You have to just put your head down and keep working because dogs bark. So let them.
That's wonderful. On that note, I'll take your leave. But before I take your leave, I have just one more question.
Yeah.
Pranutan, personally, when was the first time you learned what a helmet is? And was it awkward, that situation? Or was it just very normal for you?
Well, it was, I think I was maybe around 15, 16 years old when I got to know what protection is and, the methods of protection and all that. But no, honestly, I have not faced any awkwardness about it. Of course, again, because I have not purchased a condom personally. I'm sure when I do that, I will face it. But no, I have not faced it personally. Of course, there's a certain like ooh attached to it and all that because you're hardly 15, 16. Those are times when you find all these things funny and all that. But nahi, koi awkwardness to nahi hua hai mere saath.
Even in the biology classes and everything, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
Reproduction chapter.
Exactly. And when you're in a co-ed school, it's that much more. So yeah.
So I feel what we saw in the teaser before the trailer, I mean, I don't know how to put it. It was just how Aparshakti also acted it out. It was really perfect. Like, dio. So I think this is going to be a very entertaining film, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. All the very best. I'm very excited about seeing you in it.
Thank you, Mahima. Thank you so much for a wonderful chat, and please watch the film. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye.